Welcome to Tarzan's Playground. Training number 5. We'll start off today with a sun salutation. Greetings to the sun. Beautiful way to start a training. For the purpose of the video, we'll do one round of each side basically. In another video, I do more extensively and 3 rounds so you can get a better idea of the flow. But for this video, let's get into it. Arms open wide, breathe in. Dive forward into a forward fold. Fingers towards the ground. Hands just below the knees. Make it tabletop, straight back. Lower the hands toward the ground. Step your left leg back. Open the chest. Right leg joins, strong in the plank. Slowly lower yourself into a chaturanga. Open up into an upward facing dog. Extend the feet backwards. Rolling into a downward facing dog. Lengthen the legs, press the ground away, lift the left leg towards the sky and step it forward in between the hands. Open the chest, right leg, step forward, forward fold, long in the legs. Roll up, breathe in, arms overhead into a back bend. Be gentle, hands into a prayer position. Next breath in, arms open wide, overhead. Dive forward. Long in the legs, fingers towards the ground, hands just below the knees, tabletop. Hands back into the ground, right leg comes back. Open the chest, hands in the ground, left leg joins. High plank, strong. Slowly lower yourself, chaturanga. Open up the chest, upward facing dog, feet pointing backwards. Rolling into a downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg towards the sky, single leg downward facing dog, step forward in between the hands. Left leg joins, extend the legs. Nose toward the knees, roll up, breathe in, into a back bend. Bring the hands back into a prayer position. That was one round of sun salutations. Okay, get ready, we'll jump right in. Come into a seated position. Lower yourself in, lower back into the ground and bring your legs together in a strong, hollow back boat pose. Strong and stable here. Nice little rounded back. The shoulders are coming off the ground. Extend the legs, brace the core. Nice and gentle breathing. We'll hold this one for a total of 30 seconds, so we're kind of like halfway. Stay strong. Make sure you don't arch your lower back. Bring your knees towards your chest. Into extension, back into that boat. Bring your knees in. Extension. Knees in. Extension. Find that flow, find the rhythm. That's 4. We'll go for 11. 5. 6, 7, 8. Calm breathing, nice and gentle. 9, 10, 11. Extended flutter kicks. Keep those shoulders off the ground. Brace the core. Nice and tight. Long legs. Small movements, doesn't have to be big. As long as we keep that core engaged and it's a little bit more dynamic. Lift the legs up towards the sky. Hands underneath the butt if you want. Lower the legs. Leg raises, we'll go for 11 as well. Nice and easy, that's 2. Try to keep those legs long. 3, also at the top, it's harder. 4, 5, like 1, 2, 3 seconds down, 1, 2, 3 up. I think that's 8. Keep it going. 9, 10, controlled. 11, strong in the core. Maybe that's 11. Nice, bring it into a plow pose. Legs overhead. Gentle for the neck, especially if this is your first one of the day. it's morning. You just came rolling out of bed onto your yoga mat. That's nice. Here we go. Training number 5. Roll back, lower back into the ground, cross the legs, come into a high plank. A lot of emphasis on the core here. Now the core is already nice and warmed up because of those leg raises and boat poses. And now we stay in this strong high plank position. Really put the emphasis on the core. So it's not only that you're carrying your weight with your shoulders, but it's the whole body. So really try to bring everything together. Squeeze the core, tuck the trunk, squeeze the butt. Shift forward, lower it down all the way to the ground, press it back up. All the way down to the ground and press it back up. Shift your weight forward a little bit, bring it down and press it up. And tuck those elbows a little bit into your side and press up, and biceps facing forward. That's 5, Side plank, lift your left arm towards the sky. Stack the feet on top of each other. Hold this one stable for a moment. Alright, we'll start to move. Lower the hips towards the ground and lift it up. Strong in that bottom arm. Really engage that shoulder. Don't sack, don't lower yourself too much in your shoulder. But only the hips towards the ground and back up for 4. Down and back up for 5. 6. 7. 8. Play with the top arm a little bit, it's okay. I think it's 10. Probably a last one. 11. Yes, bring that left hand back into the ground. In that high plank. Hold it for a moment. Shift forward into that push-up all the way to the ground. Lower, nice and steady. Press up strong. Lower, press up strong. Biceps forward at the top. Press up strong for 4. One more. Push it up. Roll onto the left foot. Left hand stays in the ground. Right arm towards the sky. Solid side plank here. Now really tune into your left shoulder. Try to press it down strong. Hips to the ground. Lift it up. Hip to the ground. Lift it up for 2. Lower it up for 3. Lower up for 4. 5. 6. 7. It can be small movements as well. It doesn't have to be as big. It just depends on how stable you can stay in that shoulder. I think that's 8. 9. 10. That was 11 already. Nice. Right hand back to the ground. Strong in that high plank. 5 more full push-ups. All the way down. Press it up. Biceps forward. Down and push up. Down and push up. Nice and strong. Lower it. Press up. Good job. Downward facing dog. Very nice. Find that downward facing dog. Press yourself a little deeper in that pose. Hold it for a moment. Walk your feet in a little bit and walk your hands towards your feet. Lower yourself into a full squat pose here. We'll stay 30 seconds somewhat in this squat with your arms lifted overhead. Your shoulders might be burning a little bit from those push-ups, those side planks. Try to keep them high up to the sky. And don't sit down all the way, but stay engaged in that squat. So your butt is basically in line with your knees, or a little bit under it, a little bit above it. Arms extended. Try to look forward. Don't look down too much to the ground, but try to face forward and extend those arms. Open the chest, squeeze the core, hands back down, into the ground, walk forward, press press yourself into the downward facing dog. Now bring your right knee towards your right wrist. And find that stretch there for a moment. Very nice stretch for the butt, the gluteus from the right leg in this moment. You can lean on your elbows or you can come forward all the way, depends on your mobility. Really try to keep the hips square to the ground. And lower your hips towards the ground as well. Hands back down, press into a downward facing dog. Find that position, press a little deeper, left knee towards left wrist, and come forward. Like 20-30 seconds here to balance it out. It's a nice active rest basically. Good moment to reset your breathing, tune into what just happened. Go as deep as you like for this round. Roll back onto your butt. We'll start in that hollow core, that banana shape. Strong and stable here. We'll make 30 counts. Nice and strong and stable in the core. Squeeze those shoulders off the ground, lower the legs a little bit, depending on where you are, but not too high up, not too low either, but really try to focus on that lower back being a little bit rounded. Bring the knees in, come into that high boat, extend the legs, squeeze the knees back in, extend, and lower the upper body. Find that flow, lower the upper body and extend the legs. Here we go for 4. Nice and stable. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Now whatever you got, you can go a little less deep, a little less extended, but try to make proper reps. Flutter kicks, lower back, press it into the ground, lift the shoulders off the floor. Chin somewhat towards your chest. Don't let your head hang too much. Nice flutter kicks. Roll up. Little adjustment there on the yoga mat. On your back, bring those legs into a 90-degree angle and slowly lower towards the ground and lift them back up. Lower towards the ground and lift back up. Squeeze that core. Make sure you keep that little rounded lower back. No arching there. Lower the legs, lift back up. I think that's 5. Lower it. Lift up. 6. If you're on a different count, it's fine. 7. Try to make 11. 8. 9. Here we go. 10. 11. Into plow pose. Bring those legs over your head. Be mindful of the neck. Be gentle. Now, consistency is key in training. Discipline. Forging a strong body. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come easy either. We gotta work for it, and it's a good thing as well. Because not everybody gets to that level if you're not willing to put in the work, willing to put in the effort. And we're putting in the effort here, into that strong plank. Strong position here. Squeeze the core, squeeze the butt. press the ground away. Get ready to go into that chaturanga, into that push-up. Here we go. Shift forward. Lower your chest towards the ground. 1. Lower down. Press up. Tuck those elbows into your sides and press up for 3. 4. At the top, rotate your biceps forward. Press. 5. Nice. Into that side plank on your right leg. Right side. Right hand stays in the ground. Left arm towards the sky. Hip lower to the ground. And lift it up for 2. Lower, up for 3. 4. 5. 6. Very good for those side obliques, side core. It's one unit. But sometimes it's good, to put emphasis on the different facets of the structure. It's amazing how this body works. Push it up, bring it back down. Hands into the ground. Strong high plank, shift forward, 5 push-ups. Down and up for 2. Down, up for 3. Try to move the whole body in that push-up. 4. Keep that trunk, keep the core engaged. Down and up for 5. Nice. Left hand stays in the ground. Right arm up to the sky. Stable in that side plank. Lower the hip. Up. Lower. Push it up. Strong in that left shoulder. Down and up. Down and up for 4. Down, up for 5. Stay with me. Up for 6. 7. 8. 9. Keep it coming. 10. Una más. One more. 11. Do it. Back into a high plank. Downward facing dog for a moment. High plank. 5 strong push-ups. Don't lose the core. Focus. Keep engaging for 3. Keep it strong for 4. Biceps forward. Down and up for 5. Nice. Downward facing dog. Find that pose for a moment. Maybe walk your hands in a little bit. Adjust if needed. Extend it in the legs. Chest towards the thighs, basically. Walk your hands towards your feet. Drop your butt down low. Bring it in a squat. Static squat hold here with those arms overhead. Those shoulders might be burning a little bit. That's good. Try to extend the arms. If you're stiff in your shoulders, basically the whole chain, really try to extend the arms. It doesn't matter where you get them, but try to extend them and lift them as high as you can. And keep facing forward. Don't press your head too much to the ground. Don't look down too much. Try to look forward and stay engaged in that squat. Don't sit it down all the way. Find the edge. Push the limits a little bit. Hands back down in the ground. Into that downward facing dog. And we'll jump into that stretch for a moment. Bring the right knee to the right wrist. Lower the hips towards the ground and walk forward. Elbows in the ground. And if you want, you come a little deeper and you start extending your arms and you bring your chest more towards the ground. Like that, extending the arms, chest to the ground. Hands back into a downward facing dog. Left knee, left wrist. Extend the right leg back. Square the hips off straight to the ground and extend forward if you can. Lengthening the arms, chest towards the ground. You can land your forehead in the ground if you like. Just a little break for the neck. Slowing the heart rate down a little bit. Bringing the breathing back to normal. Hands back down. Roll to your butt. Make sure to be hydrated. Stay hydrated. The water, the monkey is carrying the water. Such a good monkey. Last one, get ready. Roll back down. Press that lower back into the ground. Lift the chest, the shoulders off the ground. Extend those legs. Brace the core. Make sure to be solid in your core there. No arching in the lower back, so adjust the height of the legs if you need to. If you get your legs too low, you might be more prone to arching the back. Bring the knees towards the chest. Find that balance. Extend and strong. Knees in. Extend and strong there. Knees in. Extend and strong. Lift up. 5, I think. In. 6. Where are you? Find that flow, that rhythm. 7. 8. Nice and easy. 9. Maybe not easy, but nice and gentle. Not gentle either. Good flow. In and out. Flutter kicks. Not too big of a movement. Nice alternating legs. Find that flow, find that rhythm. Like half a minute there in total. Last little bit, keep it going. Lift the legs up to the sky. 90-degree angle. Lower the legs. Lift back up. Try to keep those legs long. Lower, back up. 3, down, up 4, down, and up for 5, down, up for 6. Not too slow, not too fast. 7, 8, stay engaged, stay strong. 9, 10, last one. Or not the last one, that's the last one. 11, nice. Come into that plow pose, bring your legs overhead. Maybe you can come a little bit more into that pose right now. Your neck is warmed up. Nice moment there to reset. Integrating what just happened. Roll back. Roll up. Into that downward or high plank. Strong and engaged there in that high plank. Might get a little bit more intense this round. Stay strong, stay with me. Strong plank, stable. Shift forward in that push-up for 1. Down and up for 2. Down and up for 3. Down, up for 4. Last one. 5. Nice. Right leg, right hand in the ground. Open up the left. Push those hips up a little bit. No slacking. Hips down and press it back up. Strong in that right shoulder. Hips down and press back up for 3. Down and up for 4. Down and up for 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Stay with me. Last little bit. 10. Last one. 11. Push it out. Left hand towards the ground. Strong in that high plank. 5 push-ups. Here we go for 1. Down and up for 2. Tuck those elbows. When you lower, press up. Biceps forward like 3. 4. Almost there. Last one. 5. Keep that left hand in the ground. Left foot into that side plank. Raise the right arm to the sky. Strong and stable. Lower the hips. Lift up. Lower. Up for 2. Lower. Up for 3. Lower. Up 4. Down. Up 5. Down. Up for 6. Down and up for 7. Engage. Stay strong. 8. Last little bit. Come with me. 9. Come on. 2 more. 10. Una más. 11. Nice. Hands in the ground. Last couple push-ups. All the way down. Press up. Strong and engaged. Down and up for 2. Down and up for 3. 4. Last one. 5. Hold this plank for another like 20 seconds. Stay strong. Stay stable. Tuck the core. Brace the butt. Squeeze the butt. Brace the core. Press the ground away. Stay with me. Stay strong. For me, it's a Monday. Come on, start it off good. Full body activation here. Stable. Work on that stability. Down into a downward facing dog. This is all fundamental work. Back to the basics. Fundamental work if you want to work towards handstands and those kind of stuff. Into that full squat. Walk your hands in. Lifting the chest. Opening the arms up to the sky. In that squat. Not a full squat, but a 90-degree angle. Engaged. Make sure those legs are working there. Breathing. Stable. Look forward. Extend the arms. Stay engaged. Adjust if needed. Keep the knees nice in line with the ankles. Don't be caving in too much or whatever. Hands back down and lean forward a little bit. In a forward fold. Nice. Good work. Clasp the hands, the fingers in each other. Open up the chest. Nice stretch for the shoulders there as well. Bring the hands back down. Walk forward into the downward dog. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. And find that stretch again. All the way forward, chest towards the ground. Downward facing dog. Left knee comes in towards the wrist. And bring the foot forward a little bit if you can. A little bit more stretch there. For the butt. Walk the hands forward. Bring the chest towards the ground. Lengthen. dive into that pose. Tune into your muscles. Where are you tight? Where do you need to let go? Where do you need to release a little bit? Walk your hands back in. Roll onto your back. Couple more bridges, full wheel pose to finish it off. If you got full wheel, if you do not, work with where you are, work with what you got. We'll start by raising up the hips, bringing the hands just outside of the ears, elbows facing up towards the sky. First step is bringing yourself on top of your head. Depending on how strong your neck is, be gentle and then press it out if you can. If you cannot come to a full press out, it's okay. Try to hold it there for a couple seconds. But if you cannot, it's way harder. So if you don't have the mobility, maybe hold it a little less long. But if you can, all the way into that full wheel, slowly lower down. Tuck the chin on the chest, land the shoulders. Keep those hips up towards the sky. Try to keep that little arch in the lower back. Hands back down. Small break, and we go into the second. Press it out all the way if you can without the paws on top of the head. If you want, lift the heels up a little bit more, deeper in that pose. Find that full bridge there. Press your chest forward. Fully engaged, and breathe, opening the abdominals, the whole front chain, lower back down, shoulders in the ground, but keep those hips up, keep the butt engaged, squeeze it. Just a small break here. Those hips up. Here we go for the last and final round, number 3. Hands in the ground, open up, press out into that full wheel pose. Open up the shoulders. See where you can go. See if you can press a little bit more into it. Don't break yourself, but find the edges. And slowly lower down, chin on your chest, lower the hips, the lower back, everything into the ground. Extending the arms overhead. Extending the right leg, bringing the left knee over the right leg into the ground. Nice little corkscrew there. Twist for the lower back. Very nice after a full wheel pose. To reset the spine. You can hold your hip, your left hip with your right hand a little bit. Really try to ground the left knee into the ground and then open up that left arm. Bring it back, extend that left leg, lifting up the right. Other way. First, ground that right knee into the ground. Open up the right arm and twist open. And then start to look the other way. So you can bring your head facing the right side. As much as you can. Be gentle. No point in forcing things. Find the edge, but don't break it. That'd be a shame, because that will set you back for a little while. So be gentle, be mindful. Respect the body. Come on to your knees into a child's pose for a moment. If you want, join me in a little moment of try to stabilize a handstand. If you're somewhere close to a handstand, if you have a strong handstand, try to make a couple seconds there. We're nice and warm. Shift forward, strong. Hips above the shoulders. Find that stability there in that handstand. Squeeze the butt. If you can, extend for a moment. Bring the feet back together and lose it. Yay. Cool. Bring it back into a headstand for a moment. Now you can do this with somebody spotting you. If you're not stable there yet. If you're not stable yet, but you can do a little tucked. It's a little easier. If you find full extension, your balance becomes harder. If you can, if you want, bring the knees together if you like. If you want that full extension. Wide-legged. You can do it against the wall as well, but it's kind of dangerous. If you're too far away from the wall, you might crank your neck. If you lose it, you become too comfortable with the wall. Too much counting on the wall to be there. If you're free from the wall in free space, you'll find that you put in more effort to maintain balance. Slowly bring it back down to the ground. Into that child's pose. Give yourself a moment to come back out of it. Nice and easy. Come in the front of your mat, knees together. To that hero's pose. Lean back. Very nice. For the quadriceps, the front of the legs, the abdominals, the shoulders as well. Extend the arms overhead. Play with it a little bit. You can be really static, or you can be more dynamic in your stretches. It's nice to switch it up a little bit and play with what feels good. Your body will tell you. Yourself out of it. If you want, put your hands underneath your shoulders, open up the chest, press up to the sky. If you can, place your hands on top of your heels, fingers pointing alongside the feet, and squeeze out of it. Nice work, good work. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for tuning in again. Until we meet again next time.